Hey man.
Hey man.
Hey man.
Hey man.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Hey Man. I'm Josh.
I'm Jacob.
Hey Man.
Hello.
First of all, guys, I want to apologize for not being able to make it to Albany last week. That was not our fault. Canceled flights, and then we wouldn't have been able to get in until Saturday. So we would have just been flying in for Saturday shows, flying back Sunday. That one show cross country, that was just not going to do it for us. That's hard travel. And so we apologize, but we're going to be back to Albany to make it up. And then this week we're in Louisville, just me and Jacob Wolf. It'll be a good time.
Are we doing a games thing?
Yeah, on Friday night. I'm planning on doing an extra stony mushroom show on Friday because it'll be our last one until August.
Mm-hmm. No, July.
August.
August.
Yeah, August. So this upcoming weekend is our last weekend until August, everybody.
Oof.
So if you're in Louisville, come out and see us. We're going to have such a good time. I cannot wait to do it.
And if you're in Vegas, I'll probably be at some mics. So if you're in Vegas, just look on my Instagram. I'll be somewhere.
And remember, we have a show every Monday night at Kimmel's here in Vegas.
I think we'll have 2 in July.
And then August, we're through December, we're every week except for Halloween, Christmas, and Thanksgiving. So comedianjoshwolf.com, everybody. comedianjoshwolf.com. Also, the new special comes out, I think, the week of August 18th.
Ooh, nice.
I've seen a final cut, dude. It is so good.
Hell yeah.
It's so good. It's so good that we all sat around. It's at an hour 15. We all sat around because I was like, let's try to get it to an hour. And I sent it to 5 different people and they were like, don't know what you're going to cut.
Yeah.
Don't know what you're going to cut. And
which cut are you using though? First or second show?
First show.
First show.
And I
don't know if I just gave away a secret there that you didn't shoot 2 shows. Did I?
That I didn't shoot 2 shows?
Yeah. I don't know if people think that specials are just like one-shot wonders.
I don't know. I don't cut in between my specials.
Right.
But so I'll pick one special and do it.
Right. That's why I didn't know what show you chose.
I chose the first show.
Well, no, because in your 4 stories,
it was all one show.
I thought you grabbed the throwing that woman out from one show and put it with the other, or you just did that whole.
No, dude, that was the whole point. Did you watch the special?
I mean, I was there.
Yeah. So if you watch the special, it was obviously the same show because I was referencing her during the show.
Facts.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I don't pick and choose between the 2 shows. I pick and choose which one I like the most, but I don't think like I'm gonna take this joke from this show and this show from this
Fair
show.
enough.
Yeah. So the show, it's awesome, and thank you guys so much. And dude, first of all, I want you to know I left a comment on your latest TikTok.
Oh, the one about the gas station one?
Yeah, tell everybody what it is as you're looking it up.
Okay, so I posted a TikTok today because this is what I do. Every time I get gas, instead of getting $20, I get $19.99 because my girlfriend was born in 1999. So I just think it's cute. I don't know, so I posted it on TikTok and said this is what I did, and I will go see.
What did I write on your comment? Did you see?
Yeah. It's funny. It's in the filtered comments.
Is it?
So it's not even there unless I approve it.
We approve it?
No. It's funny. I'm not even gonna delete it. I'm just gonna leave it in the
Why?
comments.
Tell everybody what I wrote.
It just says gay.
It's the gayest post I have ever seen.
Sure.
It
It doesn't offend me
Why not unfilter it?
because it makes you angry. Because you want everyone to see it. Because you want that comment to be there.
I'm
really
gonna have to figure out how to get it through the filter.
You can't.
I'm gonna spell it GAYYYEEE.
Not gonna happen.
Let's see.
Do it.
Okay, let's see. Do you think that gay? You think that'll go through?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't say things on a TikTok live that someone else commented in the live without us getting flagged. It's funny. There's a creator fund on TikTok. So when you post videos, the more views you get money. So I just found out I have $70 in TikTok.
Nice.
Fire. But it shows you which videos you made money off of.
Yeah.
And most of the videos I have posted have been disqualified from
For money?
Yeah, you know why?
Because you swear?
Because profanity. Because they're all podcast clips, and it's you and me both talking about probably ridiculous shit.
All right, I just posted it. Tell me if it went through. There's no way that's filtered.
This is hilarious that you want to get this. You want to get this comment.
I'm dying to get it in there. It was the. It's filtered.
It's filtered.
It's such a bummer because
Hilarious.
it is the gayest post, dude.
It's not gay at all. Yeah. Also, shit like that, I thought it would go viral because shit like that goes viral on TikTok because people on TikTok think it's cute.
Oh, there you do?
Yeah.
Well,
feeding for views.
I
also love my girlfriend. That was a post. But
I think you know what I think about that post.
Well, yeah, but no one else will know because
you're such a dick for not approving it. What a dick move.
This is great.
Anyways, dude, so good to see you.
Yeah.
We haven't seen each other or talked that much. We don't really talk that much. I on purpose haven't really reached out to you or
why?
Why would I?
You called me the other day.
What did I call you about?
Coming over for the Stony writing session.
Yeah. Why didn't you do a little stuff? Oh yeah.
I had stuff to do.
Yeah.
I was busy.
I
had a life.
I picked out. My next comedy music album is gonna be Josh Wolf Ruin's love songs.
Okay.
And so I'm picking out, like I've been going through and picking out like 10 from across generations.
Okay.
And do you have any suggestions for love songs, big love songs?
Does it have to be like a ballad written towards someone, or can it be like I'm never gonna dance again?
Yeah, that can be it.
I like that one. That one's hard to do, but Jeremiah also does play the saxophone.
Yeah.
So
I can't decide.
Do it.
Like there's a couple. There's one I was Kiss by a Rose by Seal.
Probably.
You remain my body, my friend, my baby.
Yeah, you go. That's one of your stems. Is that specific song?
Yes.
It's okay. So Josh Wolf has this thing.
First and last name again.
Sometimes I do it, and it's just like because especially that clip you posted today.
So funny.
Sometimes I first name last name you because I don't know what what might be coming next.
Yeah.
So he has this stem where he likes to sing only one line of a song, but like every 18 seconds. And it's only a very few specific songs. And this is one of them songs. But also for a while, you couldn't figure out what it was called.
Can I tell you why? Those are generally songs I'm trying to parody. So the more I sing it over and over, I stop doing it as soon as I find the parody. But I'll listen to a song on repeat. Like I probably listened to that song 30 times last night.
Dude, it's like the Cockney accent all over again.
That one also,
I don't know which
the Boys to Men, I'll Make Love to You.
I'll make love
So
to
that
you.
one also, I those two, I think I have the parody down for those two.
What about
But I'm so excited for this.
there's a song by a guy named Mario called Let Me Love You.
Yeah.
You should let me love
That was a huge
you.
song, right?
I love it. It's fucking awesome. You should
Okay.
do that one. That's a great one.
All right.
And also millennials will die for that.
Really?
Oh, dude, that song. It's like T-Pain for millennials. It's fucking nuts.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, you're not a big T-Pain guy.
No, I'm not a voice modulator dude.
Dude, I love T-Pain. Have you actually heard him sing though without autotune?
No.
Pretty good.
But does he do any of his songs without autotune?
Yeah, he has a whole album where he covered songs with no autotune. He did Stay With Me. He did Tennessee Whiskey.
Maybe I'll take a look.
Bro, it was just an 8-song album. It's just him with like really chill acoustics in the back for everything. It's awesome.
Guys, I want to talk to you about something that has changed my life. Now, I'm getting a little older, and sometimes I'm regular, sometimes I'm not. I guess that makes me irregular. And because I'm a heavy protein dude, and sometimes I forget the roughage, and so sometimes the deuces are not as satisfactory as they could be. Because a good deuce, a good number 2, is actually like you walk out of that bathroom feeling like you accomplished something. Like that was actually, I'm really proud of my good poops. I'm starting to take these, it's called Turtle Supplements, TRTL, and it's psyllium husks. This psyllium husk, dude, is the easiest take. I take it in the morning, I take it in the afternoon, and it is the best absolute shits of my life. It makes it easy. Some of you may be grossed out. No pushing, no stress. Just the way God intended shit to come out of your body. So go to TRTL, all caps, .store, TRTL .store. That's all caps, not the store part. And go get 25% off. Put in the promo code Josh Wolf, all caps, no space, Josh Wolf, to get 25% off. And I'll tell you what, if you get a bottle and you don't like it, send it back. Send it back, and they're going to give you your money back. But I think we all know you're not going to send it back because nobody does that. Who sends it back? Take the bottle. Become regular. Turtle head on your own terms. How easy is it? 1 to 3 capsules a day. It makes it easy and smooth. No push, no struggle. You walk in and out of that bathroom with a smile. Go to TRTL, all caps, .store, promo code Josh Wolf, all caps, and get 25% off your psyllium husks supplements. I'm telling you right now, you will thank me. Just thank me when you get off the shitter. By the way, can I just say, on a completely different topic, guys, I never thought I would say this.
Oh, God.
This is such a huge moment for me. But I don't root for the Red Sox. I can't believe those words came out of my mouth.
Well, I don't root for them right now.
I can't believe those words came out of my mouth. The way the front office has behaved since the Mookie Betts trade, basically.
Pretty much since we won a World Series.
Since it's like, to make this fan base apathetic is very difficult to do.
Super.
But to walk around and act like a mid-market team, that they should not be getting outspent, outbid, out anything. In this latest trade, look, I honestly said to my dad, they're going to trade Devers. He's not happy. They're going to trade him. And so I didn't have a problem with them trading him. If you're a malcontent, if you're not good for the young guys in the dugout, then and you don't want to be there, I get it. And if you want to free up money, I get it. But the way they traded him and when they traded him, first of all, they didn't shop him around. They just took the deal. Second of all, when you trade him in June, when you're a half a game out of a wild card, you just swept the Yankees and you're giving up on the season. That's what it looks like when you're trading your best player.
Absolutely.
But not only that, when you trade him in June and don't shop him around, you're going to get the deal that they got, which is, look, if you wait till the trading deadline, when teams are at the trading deadline, they're desperate.
Yeah, they want to make a trade quick.
So they give you more bang for your buck.
Mm-hmm.
If you're out pre-trade deadline, a half a game out of a wild card, and you're going to this team like, hey, well, what can we get for them? They know that they're in control.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you combine what the Red Sox got for Betts endeavors, Betts is a surefire Hall of Famer.
First ballot.
And a generational player.
Yep.
And still arguably the second or third best player in Major League Baseball.
Uh-huh.
Okay. If you get what you combine with him and Rafael Devers, who can't field, but is without a doubt a top 10 hitter in Major League Baseball and still only 28. So you're trading two dudes in your prime to get back what they got. And to not, right now, I think they're like 15th or 16th in payroll. It's fucking insulting. So, and then you have the highest ticket prices and you have an owner who said, we're not in the business of baseball. We're in the business of business. Fine. Fuck you. Are you not, you're a billionaire and you're taking this fan base who will do anything for winners and you're not going to do anything to win. Fuck you. You don't get my blind loyalty.
I'm in for that, though.
You don't get it. You don't get blind loyalty.
I'm 100% in for that. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to be supporting a team who has publicly come out and say they don't care about the fan base.
We're in the business of business is what he said.
Which means he doesn't care about the fan base. That's 100% what he means.
Yes.
Like, so implying that doesn't make me want to go see a game. Like,
No.
you know, here's the thing. People are like, Fenway's old, Fenway's this. Fenway is old. The seats are super uncomfortable. There are some seats that are directly behind a fucking pillar on the third base side, okay? Or the first base side. We've sat on the third base side right next to that fucking pillar.
Mhm.
There are some seats there, but we've also sat on the monster. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's no better seat in fucking baseball than on top of that 37-foot wall. Like, there just isn't. For me. Like, there is not a better seat that we've sat. Remember we sat up there and it was a second inning. We sat up there and you turned to me and literally the minute we sat down, I'm just like, just tears are falling.
Yeah,
You're like, what's wrong? I'm like, dude, this is awesome. This is like every Red Sox fan's dream is to sit on this fucking wall and sing Sweet Caroline in the 7th inning.
Yeah.
It's one of the only baseball games we did not leave early from.
Yeah.
Because why would you leave early from sitting on the monster? It's incredible. It's amazing. There's no other seat. But it doesn't make me want to go see a game. It doesn't make me want to pay to even buy merch. I don't know a single person on this team because this team has constantly been cycled out for the young guys in the farm, which is fine because truthfully, if you look at the Sox and you look at the 2018 series and you look at the team before that, our farm, our
Dude,
academy
no doubt.
we have one of the best fucking academies
No doubt.
in baseball. No doubt. No one can take that.
Not
from
calling academy, but there you go.
us. Academy. I'm wearing a footy jersey. It's
Yeah.
a farm league. A farm league.
Yeah, minor league system.
Academy. That it a sense.
Okay.
Anyways, it doesn't like I know what you guys are trying to do. Like that's fine. Like you're trying to bring those farm league the AAA players up to go through the people in your young leagues. That's fine. We did that in 2018 when we won a series. We had a bunch of young guys on that team. 2013 was a lot of weird veterans, but like in between 2013 and 2018, we brought a lot of guys up. I think Brock Holt was one of those guys.
But
like, you know what I'm saying though? Like I know what they're doing, but it doesn't make me want to, like we have one star player, you have one star player and a bunch of dudes who none of us know. It's hard to root for a team for a bunch of players. I don't know who they are.
I love the young guys they have coming up.
I do too.
And honestly, Craig Breslow is a friend. And I don't know, dude, if he's hamstrung by ownership. I don't have any idea.
Yeah.
What I do know is the billionaires constantly and consistently ask you to be patient while they make money. Yo, the White Sox are in Chicago. They get a lot of money. They spend $0. Fuck that owner. Fuck these billionaires who are, and I get it, dude. It's business for you. But it's so I go back and forth. I mean, dude, if I was a gazillionaire, I would definitely buy a sports team because it's a guaranteed win as far as your pocketbook. But I wouldn't, you're fucking with, so many people put their heart and soul and emotion into this jersey and you're treating it like a dollar sign. It just feels like a dick move. So I get it, man. I get it. But you are not going to get my blind loyalty. I follow the Patriots, dude, even though they sucked because Robert Kraft is trying to win.
Yeah.
Robert Kraft is trying to win, dude.
Absolutely.
He's trying to win. You just, this ownership is not trying to win. They're trying to run a business. So I'm out, but I'm on the market. So please pitch me in whatever market you're in, why I should start. I don't hate the fact that it opens me up to different baseball hats.
Yeah, sure. Okay, fair enough. I mean, like I've kind of been.
I'm going to wear an Orioles hat.
I've been off the train of only wearing Sox hats. I've been off the train of wearing one sports team hat for a while though.
Have you been wearing other baseball team hats?
I haven't been wearing baseball hats. I've been wearing this Dallas hat since
I know.
March. So, but like the hats that I have, truthfully, now that I think about it, the only two baseball hats that I have right now that are out that go with things that I wear are two Sox hats. It's that tan one we got in New Zealand, which was surprising.
Yeah.
And which I've never seen anywhere other than like a ballpark. And then my friend Richard got me a Sox hat, but it's got these cool like baby angels on the back, like patched in, and it's got like says something like it's got something written on it. It's a cool Boston hat, so I like it. But like, I have an Expos hat, I have an Orioles hat, I have all those Mitchell and Ness old school hats. Yeah. All those other hats are somewhere in storage, but all the good, that Mitchell and Ness wall is in a box. I have every single Mitchell and Ness hat that
I'm going to start breaking them out. Fuck it.
Do you want to look at the hats that I have?
No, you have a bigger head than I do.
No, I do not. What the fuck is going on? I also have an old school Cubs hat, the one with the bear logo on it. Love that one. I have the Expos hat. Love the Expos hat.
Listen, dude. I'm in. Sure. There are still a couple hats I can never wear.
Let me explain to you what those markets are.
Yankees
never
hat,
a Yankees hat, a Mets
hat, a Dodgers
hat, or a Phillies hat. You can't wear a Phillies hat.
Why? That light blue?
The light blue is great, but just like
Why can't I wear a Phillies hat? Who cares?
yeah, actually, you know what? Phillies hats are fine.
Yeah, I'm not going to wear an Angels hat. Anything that says LA on it, I can't wear.
Can't wear or New York.
Right. I love the San Diego hat. I might rock one of those.
Yeah, the Padres are all right, but
Yeah.
for me, it's still California.
I'm all right with it. But anyway,
Why don't you just wait till the A's are here and rock an Ace hat?
I
You can
might.
start rocking an Ace hat.
I just might do that. But just so you know, guys,
Ace hat
I'm out
is
on the blind loyalty. I'm out. I'm out on blind loyalty.
I'm with
If
that.
you don't want to win, then I'm not supporting.
Yeah, it's a bummer though. Like for the first
Huge
time,
bummer,
No,
dude.
it's a bummer also for like the first time in probably a decade that if you look at not even in a decade ago, we were a great football team. This is the first time in a really long time that if you look at all four of our teams right now, because Tatum's going to be out till mid-season next year,
Mm-hmm.
and possibly, and that
I
might,
think he'll take all year off.
and that will harshly affect.
I think we're still top 4 in the East.
Yeah, but we're not winning a championship without Tatum.
Probably not.
Zero chance
Yeah,
of
probably
winning a
not, probably
championship
not,
without
probably
Tatum. So it's the first time in my history of being a Boston sports fan ever in the 28 years of my life that I can look confidently at all 4 sports teams and say, we may not win a championship for the next 2 or 3 years.
Dude. But
I have no play. Well, we might have a playoff contention with the Celtics, but we might be a wild card. We might be a play-in.
I am legit. I can't believe this too, because you had said 10 years ago, I'm legit watching the WNBA.
I'm watching it for 2 reasons.
The talent 10 years ago, dude, it was unwatchable basketball.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everybody, fundamental, whatever, but it was unwatchable basketball. Very few athletes. It was like, but right now, dude, it's good basketball with people who can shoot. Caitlin Clark, I don't buy. I think last year was worse than this year, but she's getting the superstar treatment, guys. You look at every superstar that comes into the league. Jordan got knocked around. You got a target on your back until you just shake it all off and prove you're the absolute best, which is what she's doing
Consistently, by the
but
way.
she is such must-watch TV. It's so fucking amazing to have that.
Absolutely.
I also, and I will say, I know the other reason you watch, dude, but she has been she's had a couple of good games in a row.
Couple of good games. Yeah, let's see how long it lasts.
Jacob,
Angel Reese, one flavor, butter pecan, bang!
yeah, you.
Me bounds! Dude, you know she's patenting that word, me bounds, and gonna make merch from it.
I hope so.
Dude, here's the thing. Everyone's like, she's iconic. I'm gonna tell you why I agree with that. For a couple reasons. I think
Who says she's iconic?
everyone. I think she's iconic for the right and the wrong reasons. Okay. I think she's iconic because I don't know, she's taking all this hate she gets online and still turning herself into a businesswoman. That's cool. But I think she's mostly famous for all the wrong reasons of crying. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about Angel Reese. Angel Reese really is like hard to play that hard of a villain coming into the league and then just end up being, people are like, she's a menace. I'm like, she's soft. Like, she's soft. Like watching her play is also the funniest thing. Cause she thinks, did you see what somebody asked her over the weekend? Somebody over the weekend asked her, who do you model your game mostly after? And she said, MJ.
MJ who?
Michael
Jackson?
Michael Jordan. She said, I copy everything he does on and off the court. Like I when I was younger, I did nothing but model my game after him. Like I tried to.
Dude, she's, first of all.
Wait, let me finish.
Okay.
And then she said, yeah, he probably edges me out in a few things, but like when I met him this past summer, he said to me that I remind him of a young him.
Nah.
I'm like, bull.
Nobody
shit.
said that. Nobody said that.
You said that in a dream you had, and then you woke up.
Dude,
Like,
first of all, iconic, relating to or of the nature of an icon. She's not iconic. She's in no ways
iconic for the wrong reason. Dude, she's on pace for having the worst field goal percentage in a WNBA season ever of almost 20%.
Here's a couple things I think about her. I think for sure people need to realize that she's still a young woman.
Yeah.
And we all were different people when we were young people. But she has to the victim stuff that she brings in is ridiculous because she is the one who brings it on herself.
Yeah.
Now, so I don't feel bad for the attention you get because you seem to relish in it. But she's not Michael Jordan.
You don't
But
gotta say that to
she
me.
has been way better. I think she's great for basketball. I think she's great. I think her and that rivalry, and it's not a rivalry because Caitlin Clark is 11 times better than she is.
Dude,
It's not even close. Yeah.
It's not even close.
No, it's not close.
like
It's not a rivalry.
No. If there was a one-on-one, I don't know if Angel Reese would maybe hit a shot.
Well, Angel
Caitlin
Reese
Clark-
is going to back her down.
No, if Caitlin Clark gets the ball first, she's making 11 straight shots.
I don't know about that. But-
You don't think Caitlin Clark's making 11 straight shots one-on-one with Angel Reese?
Well, Angel Reese isn't making 11 straight shots. That's for sure.
Bingo. But Caitlin Clark has a chance of making. She doesn't have to. She could make 2 threes. Angel Reese steps up. She goes right by her and makes a layup.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now, Caitlin Clark would make 11 straight points. All ones. The threes could be ones too. She would make 11 straight shots on Angel Reese. I'd put fucking money on it right now.
Well, then it's never going to happen, but it'd be fun to see.
Yeah, Angel Reese would never do that to herself. Are you kidding me?
Dude.
She's a businesswoman before she's a basketball player, dog. She would never do that to herself.
That's
That's a bad business move.
What have you been doing, by the way, with the Heat?
This is the season I call
indoors?
inside season.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's where I don't leave my fucking house unless I have to. Like we got to go grocery shopping, or like we want to go get like a Slurpee or a coffee or something like that. Sure, but if I don't got to leave the house, I'm not leaving the fucking house. It's 100 plus for the next 3 months.
Yeah, toasty.
I'm good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie though. It's 65 consistently in my house, so it's nice. I like stepping.
What?
It's nice stepping outside.
It must be, dude.
I step outside and I'm like, ooh. I'm like a reptile. I like lay out in the sun. I'm like, yeah, that feels good. It's cold. It's cold in my crib.
Yeah, Indiana Jones. It's just been me in Indiana for the last couple of days because your mom's in New Orleans.
Yes.
And he is Indiana Jones is my dog, by the way, everybody. Everybody
You don't gotta explain that. Everybody knows the morning walk with Indiana Jones.
Dude. So when it gets hot, just mid-walk, he'll just stop.
Back.
And so I've had to fireman carry him a little bit over the last couple of days.
Oh, you've had to pick him up?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's not easy.
No, he's like 80 pounds.
Yeah.
He's like 70 pounds.
And he doesn't love being picked up.
How do you pick him up?
With my hands?
No. In what, like, how do you hold him? Like,
It depends. Sometimes he's over my shoulder, and
That's
sometimes I hold him like this, and sometimes I hold him where he can see.
Oh, see, when I pick him up, he just sits there because you have to pick him up in a certain way.
Yeah.
I pick him up like right under, like not on his neck, but like right there and like kind of like not constrict him, but if you kind of like hold him, but that's also a hard position to carry him.
For a long time. Yeah. That's what I mean. It has to change.
Uphill?
Dude, it's rough sauce. Dude, the biggest coyote ran past me.
Really?
Just
What did Indy do?
nothing.
Yeah.
He was just like, who's that guy? Like, I don't know.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Do you think other dogs see coyotes as homeless dogs?
I think
Like, do you
they're
know
like,
how-
why does he get to run around?
Yeah, like, but
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we see other homeless people, but like, do you think dogs think other animals are homeless?
You mean like, do you think, hey, like he's looking at me like, hey, can we take him back and get
This
him?
is a high thought. I'm not high, but this is a high thought. Do domesticated animals, when they see wild animals, do they think they're homeless? Or do they just think they're like, do you know what I mean? Does that question make sense?
Yeah,
at all?
dude.
Like, do they think they're homeless? Like, what's the thought process that goes on behind that?
I
don't know if anybody can tell you, but like, I'm curious.
I think they look at them like, that dude is he's on spring break. He's got no collar.
Yeah, why does he get all this freedom?
He gets to run around.
Or do you think they smell different? Like a wild animal
they definitely
smells
smell
different
different.
to a domesticated animal?
For sure, they smell different.
These are the thoughts that I have.
Dude, I saw big coyote, the biggest scorpion I think I've seen.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
With its little up in the air.
Where was it?
It was right next door.
No thanks.
Yeah.
Did you punt it?
Punt it.
With your foot? I would have walked up and kicked the shit out of that thing.
No.
Or like move it? Did you move it to a safe area? I'm either killing it or moving it.
I'm not picking it up.
No, you get it in a little container.
No, fuck that. It was on my neighbor's walkway. It's not up to me. It's up to him.
Fuck no. How big though? Because you zoomed in, so it looked like a fucking dinosaur. But
dude.
Like, how big? Like, give me hand size.
Well, bigger than a crawfish.
That's
a substantial scorpion.
Oh, but not a cooked crawfish, a regular crawfish, like a live crawfish.
Yeah.
They're smaller when they're cooked.
Yeah.
It was a pretty big scorpion.
Dude, its claws were.
Did you know they're fluorescent?
No.
They glow under black light?
Do you know what else I didn't know? The bigger the claw, the more it hurts, but not venomous.
Correct.
Huh.
Here's the thing about the animal kingdom. This is where my Animal Planet knowledge comes in. I watched Animal Planet with Caitlin 24 fucking 7.
I remember.
Caitlin is my sister. My sister and I grew up watching Animal Planet instead of cartoons. That was what we did. When I was alone, I watched cartoons. When it was me and Caitlin, we watched Animal Planet. It was never a problem.
I saw Ed, Ed, and Eddie the other day, by the way.
Fucking love Ed, Ed, and Eddie's great TV show. But so this is the thing. With a lot of animals, especially with those who contain venom or poison, the adult ones and the big ones, like when it comes to snakes and scorpions, is different. When you see an adult snake, they're a little less dangerous. When you see a baby snake, an adolescent snake, I'm going to tell you why. Hear me out. When an adolescent snake bites you or when they grow up, they don't know how to limit how much venom they put into each bite. As they grow up, adult snakes, they don't release all of their venom at once. With baby snakes, say a rattlesnake bites you, a baby rattlesnake, there's a possibility they release all the venom that they have into you. So a baby snake is actually more dangerous or an adolescent one is more dangerous than a full-grown snake because they don't know how to limit how much venom they let go. So for scorpions, I don't know if it's the same thing, but it's for most venomous or poisonous animals, the baby ones are the ones you have to worry about because they don't know how to limit how much venom or poison they let into their.
But by the way, that's good to know.
Very good to know.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Scorpions, I don't know. I did know that the bigger the claw of the scorpion, the less poison. I don't know why. I think it's a specific type of scorpion.
Yeah.
But I don't know why that's the case. I do know, though, for snakes. And also, another poison thing, the brighter the color the animal is, the more dangerous it is. More venomous it is. Like, you ever notice those tree frogs in the Amazon are fucking neon green if they're super poisonous?
I have to say, I've never noticed that.
Good talk.
Dude, I freaked out over a bee the other day.
Happens at least once a summer.
Because I was doing my final high live, and a bee got in the office during the high live.
It got inside?
And all I could think about
is where's that bee?
Yeah. And I was on mushrooms.
Hilarious.
But the final high live, but I was telling you today, I'm so excited. I think I'm moving on from the high live, everybody. Yeah, and people have asked me a bunch why I'm moving on. And it's very simple. I stopped a couple years ago for reasons, biggest reason, I'm just a different person. And the person who was doing the high live back then, I needed all of that stuff that he was going through to make the high live great.
Yeah.
And I'm not that dude anymore. And so the high live was different. And I make it a real, as an artist, I change what I do a lot. I never go backwards. I did that before. That's who I was as an artist before. I'm not going back to do that. But there's something about the high live I like a lot. And one of the things I really like is getting high and reading and dissecting children's books. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do, and we were trying to go back and forth on titles. Stony Stories, you came up with. Stony Story Time.
Which was not as good, and I did not come up with.
Right.
Because you know what Stony Stories reminds me of? Like, those, I don't know if you ever saw me read them. We read them, like, I think I had this book as a kid, but also I might have just read it in class. It was just a book called Scary Stories. Yeah. And it was just a bunch of it had always a really weird demonic picture on the front of it. It was like a weird scarecrow or like a pig face or stuff like that. I don't remember who it was by, but it was like that. It was like a collection of scary stories. It was like a horror Robert Frost.
Well, and then I'm definitely going to do Stony Stories.
I think Stony Stories will catch people's attention. Yeah. It sounds like Scary Stories.
I want to put this out to everybody.
Well, it was Scary Stories to tell them.
I'm looking for a theme song for Stony Stories. I'm looking for artwork for Stony Stories. It's gonna be super vibey. I'm gonna, you know me, I'm definitely gonna dress for it. And you're gonna see every fur coat,
Pause.
Why pause?
I don't know. That just sounded dirty.
Fur coat?
Like you're gonna see every fur coat? I don't know. It sounded dirty. Like you're covered in hair. Like you have I'm
looking for a white fur coat.
Yeah. Iman has a half black, half white one with a hood.
I've seen that.
It's sick.
I want all white, full length fur coat. Tough to find.
Also going to be very tough to keep clean.
Yeah, but I'll just get more than one.
I feel like Vegas is the place you could find a full length white fur coat.
Yeah, but I don't want like a
costume-y one. You want like one that Lunel has.
I just don't want it to look cheap, but I also don't need to drop $10,000.
Text Lunel. She could probably find you a cool knockoff one.
Maybe. Anyway,
if anybody knows where to find a fur coat,
I'm super excited
Lunel
for Stony Stories, dude. I'm going to do it in the new office.
Yeah.
and it's pretty exciting.
Okay, did I just notice? Are you wearing a Rock Lobster t-shirt? Rock Lobster?
I am.
Yeah, awesome. I was walking down the beach.
You know that song?
Guess from where?
Family Guy.
Yeah. Peter literally has, but it's not Rock Lobster. It's Iraq Lobster, and it's a lobster comes in with a turban and he's dancing, and then Peter's playing dun, 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 Iraq Lobster. It's pretty funny.
That is so fucking ridiculous, dude. But you have so many pop culture references from Family Guy. Like, you know
all of my pop culture references.
From
your age?
Yes.
Yeah. It's because Seth MacFarlane. How old is Seth MacFarlane?
I don't know.
I think younger than you, but in the generation. Like,
yeah.
You guys not grew up in the same time, but we're alive in the same time period more than you and I have been. So
yeah, I would say he's probably got to be late 40s.
Close to 50.
50, yeah.
100%. So you guys are in the same era. So you have all those pop culture references, but I now know all of them because Seth MacFarlane writes them into his show.
Iraq Lobster.
Iraq Lobster.
That's so funny.
So funny, dude.
Sometimes I'm jealous
Everybody
that of that writer's room, because I'm sure he was like zero jokes off limits.
Dude, you watched the show. You watch early seasons Family Guy?
Amazing.
Dude, best seasons of Family Guy. I'm saying it right now are seasons 4 to season 8.
Really?
Those 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those 5 seasons are prime Family Guy. Because when I was watching Indiana at your house, 2 weeks ago, something like that, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to watch Family Guy for a little bit.
What network? What streamer?
Hulu. Because I don't watch it at home, really, because Iman doesn't really like the adult animations that she likes. She got me on the BoJack Horseman, obviously, but like she doesn't watch Family Guy. She doesn't like Archer, which is a bummer.
Yeah.
Not really a big American Dad person either. I've showed her a couple episodes though that I really like, and then she likes those episodes. So sometimes when we first started dating, I'd be like, "Hey, can we watch this?" Because I'm not really into it. I go, "Can I show you one of my favorite episodes then?" And then you'll tell me if we're okay watching it. She's like, "Yeah." So I would show her favorite episodes from each show, and she would be like, "Yay" or "Nay." And I got her on American Dad and Adventure Time with a couple different hosts. Family Guy did not win though.
Family Guy is ridiculous.
Seasons 4 to 8. Seasons 4 to 8.
I'm gonna dig in,
dude. We'll do it on the road. Are you kidding me?
Maybe start this weekend. Well, how do we log into Hulu?
I have it on my phone. If we can stream things onto the TV, I can stream it onto the TV. So I have it on my phone.
Iraq Lobster.
Iraq Lobster.
I'm definitely in for that.
Yeah. You want me to just pull it up right now?
It's gonna be because we won't be able to monetize this. It's gonna be a stony weekend in Louisville.
Sick.
Because I'm off for 5 weeks.
So you're just gonna kind of.
I think Friday we're gonna go heavy mushroom.
I'll get stony.
And Saturday we're gonna go Jetables. And then we'll see what happens.
Cool.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
What did you want to talk about this week? I want
to say first and foremost, I'm wearing my brand new 2002 Newcastle kit. Shout out Brandon. He came to the Monday. He came to a show in Fort Worth when we were there in March. The Dallas hat that I've been wearing religiously since then. He's the one who gave it to me. Thank you for that. And he also brought me onto the Monday show here in Vegas because he was out here for a wedding. A 2002 Newcastle jersey. That was his. He says it doesn't fit him anymore, and he gave it to me because he knows I'm a huge fan. So shout out Brandon, man. I'm adding this to the collection. I literally got this Monday. I've been wearing it since Monday night.
Have you?
I went home, took off the long sleeve I was wearing, and put this t-shirt on, and put this jersey on. I've been wearing it. I wore it all day yesterday. I'm wearing it all day today. It's freshly washed. It's fucking awesome.
Freshly washed.
Yeah. So shout out Brandon. I appreciate you, bro. This is definitely going in the collection. And I fucking love it. It's awesome. I do want to say though, my controller's fixed.
Oh, update on your controller?
Last week it was fixed. I got it back. We were going to talk about it last week, but we got into other way more important, in my opinion.
Yes.
Also, well, you know what you're talking about? I went protesting this weekend.
Yeah, we'll talk about
that. And backstory, my controller, I dropped off there on May 16th. It was there for 3 weeks. I was quoted 3 days. Okay. I called every week just to check to see, right? Every week I'd come in and you'd ask me. I'd be like, nope, still fucking no update yet. The parts aren't there yet. I don't know why it took them 3 weeks to get the parts. I could have ordered the parts off of Amazon and brought them in the next day.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to spend that extra money because I had a feeling there was going to be some bullshit. And I was fucking right. There was some bullshit. When I left that place, they're like, look, we got to order you regular sticks because the controller I have is a bunch of magnets in it, whatever. And so it doesn't work with the sticks we have. We got to order other sticks. we'll cut your price in half and give you, because we never worked on this type of controller. I was like, cool. I go back in 3 weeks later. I get a call. Hey, your shit's done. Oh, thank God. I go in. He goes, hey man, so here it is. He goes, I just got to check though. I was like, I told him, I go, but you quoted me 95. I go, but when I left here, you were the one who helped me because you wrote this. I remember we had the conversation we had. You quoted me 45. You were going to give me half off because you had to give me regular sticks.
Right.
And he said, well, it's different because when we work on scuff controllers, it's different labor. So I have to charge more for labor. And I was like, fuck all that. I was like, dude, when I came in, you said you had never worked on a scuff controller like this. So why is that my problem that you had to take it apart, try to put it back together? It didn't work. Take it apart and put it back together again. I go, that's not my fault that you had to do extra labor because you also had to wait 3 weeks for the parts. I go,
yeah.
He goes, so it's not going to be it was 95 originally. He says, it's not going to be 95 and it's not going to be 45. It's going to be 75. And I was like, I might as well just walk out. I was like, he was like, let me just get the refund going. And I was like, this is going to take forever because I had a new card and I couldn't put my regular card back.
Yeah.
So he had to Zelle me. And he was like, he Zelled me $30. And he was like, sorry, it's been, whatever. And I also told him my controller was kind of dirty. There was a bunch of random shit on it. And he goes, let me just take it back and clean it. And I go, no, dude, it's all good. I go, I'm really, it's just controller gunk probably. I go, my controller's been here 3 weeks.
Controller gunk?
There's just like dirt builds up on it. Like when you push you don't understand.
Why would anything build up on a controller?
It's just like if I have dirt on my hands, just like when I grab it, it just like accumulates over time in certain spots or like where it is in my house. And so he was like, just let me clean it. He was like, it's part of our thing. I go, dude, my controller's been here 3 weeks. I don't want to wait another hour for you to clean it. Just give me my money back, please, and I'll be out of your hair. He was like, all right. And he was like, can I at least just take a picture of it to show her in the back? So he's like, we have higher standards. And I'm like, dude, it's not that big of a deal. And he snatched it out of my fucking hand to then take a picture of it. And as he handed it back to me, I snatched that bitch right back out of his hand again. And he Zelled me. I was like, cool, we good? And I was like, great, later. And I left. When I get back down to my car, I didn't know this about my controller. A lot of the pieces, there are some pieces that are magnetic that just fucking pop out. But I've had a controller for 3 years and I've never seen it pop out. And so when I got into my car, a piece fucking popped out. And I tried to put it back in and it didn't go in. So I walked back upstairs and I went, hey man, my D-pad just popped out. I don't know what the fuck happened. And he turned it one more time and it slotted in. And I went, oh. He goes, it's magnetic. And I was like, dude, I've had this controller for 3 years. I didn't know it was magnetic. And he goes, you need to chill out. And I go, you need to fuck off. I was like, you have no fucking reason to tell me to chill out when my shit's been here for 3 weeks when you told me 3 days. And he was like, you need to chill out, bro. I saw the way you came in here. I go, you bet your ass I came in here like that because I'm pissed the fuck off. Now give me my shit. And I snatched that shit out of his hand again. I made a Yelp just to write a review for his bitch ass. I made a Yelp account just to write a review for his bitch ass.
Yo, dude.
But I left all the other shit to tell me to chill out. I left all of that out. I just wrote, quoted me 3 days, took 3 weeks. I could have ordered the parts off Amazon and had them there the day after he told me that he needed to fix it. So I don't know what the fucking deal was, but you guys need to get a better supplier. 1 star.
1 star. First of all,
no, there's no way you're telling me to chill out, bro. There's no way. There's no way you're telling me to chill out. You misquote me. You then charge me more because it was your fault. You didn't have the right parts. Here's my thing also, and this is just a gamer thought. There were specific sticks. They're called Hall effect sticks.
Yeah.
So they're anti-stick drift. That's what I went in there for. Is one of my sticks, when I wasn't touching it, would drift up and down in directions. It's called a stick drift. It happens when you use controllers. And so I went in just to get that shit fixed. The sticks that they had in their stock didn't work because of the magnet. So they had to order regular sticks to then put in. Here's my question. If you know that's a possibility, why the fuck don't you have any of those in stock?
Yeah.
Like, why don't you just have it ready as a backup in case what happened to me happens? Oh, I know why. Because you said you never worked on a scuff controller. I came in 3 weeks later. Oh, we work on these controllers all the time. Fuck you, bro. I walked out of that bitch so mad, bro. I was so pissed.
Here's the thing. And I think you have every right to be. I think people in general, we're looking at people right now in the US anyways, who are not good at their jobs and who don't care. So customer service jobs are terrible. You're dealing with people who are not getting paid livable wages. And then they're in front of customers who are generally don't know how to, if you've never worked in customer service or in retail, you don't know how to talk to people. And so they don't work for you. right? So you have these two groups of people, but I find that service right now is at an all-time fucking low.
He was the manager.
It's at an all-time low. People don't give a shit about their jobs. They don't give a shit about doing their job well for you. Yeah. It is a real fucking bummer.
There was another guy in there. Before I got up to do that whole thing. And the guy, this is crazy. The guy that I saw on before me was there 3 weeks ago when I dropped my shit off. He was there waiting for parts for something. I don't know. What did he come in looking for that day? Parts that still hadn't come in a month later. I was baffled. I was like, wait, dude, I saw him 3 weeks ago. Like, I know he was the dude sitting next to me waiting for parts. And when he was like, yeah, dude, so it says it'll be this day, but the supplier's been getting like 2 to 3 weeks later. Nothing we can do. I'll call you when they get there, if they get here. And he just fucking sent him on his way.
Did they leave a reply to your Yelp?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm so like,
I wonder if I've ever left a Yelp review.
First.
Was it your first?
My first. I don't have a Yelp account. I had to make one.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude. I generally just don't use that service anymore.
Oh, I'm never going back, dog.
I know you're not.
I'm never going back. I will buy my own sticks because here's the crazy part. I've had this Scuff controller for a long time, about 3 years. But now that I've been talking about it so much, because your phone listens to you, I'm getting ads on TikTok and Instagram.
What do you mean your phone listens to you?
Okay, when you stopped talking about Italy and started talking about Greece, did you get more Greece?
No, I'm still full of Italy.
Are you?
Yeah, but maybe I didn't talk about Greece.
Also, here's the thing about Italy. Are you still, whenever Italy things pop up, are you still watching the whole thing?
Nah.
Oh, okay, good, because that'll take it off your feed. You gotta talk about your trip to Greece more. I've been talking about Scuff for a month. Dude. Hold on. I'm talking about Scuff for a month. Scuff has now just come out with better sticks in their controllers that are anti-stick drift. Because apparently it's a problem with Scuff and their controller.
Are you getting one?
No, I have my shit's already fixed. Why would I go get a fucking it's a $400 controller. I'm not getting another one.
I bought, by the way, 6-inch shorts.
Define.
That's what they're called, 6-inch. So from the waist to the bottom of the short, 6-inch. I told your mom, I bought some 6-inch shorts. I'm wearing them in Greece.
I'm going to need to, are they tight?
They're pretty tight.
I'm going to need to see you in them. For sure.
I told your mom, she was like, don't short me. I'm like, I'm shorting you for the entire Greece.
No, can I be honest? I think you want to commit to the joke so bad. I think you're going to wear them one day, hate them so much, and go back to jeans the very next day.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm even really trimming it up tight.
Trimming what up tight?
I might shave my legs and go dolphin 6-inch shorts.
And you're gonna get a spray tan, right?
I can't decide.
No, you need a spray. Dude, if you want mom to be with you in public, you can't be out with those legs.
But this is the point.
You already showed your legs.
This is the point. If I go short, no spray tan, dude,
why can't
it's gonna look so ridiculous.
Why can't you just let her enjoy a vacation? Why are you always gonna do something that embarrasses her when you guys go out? Like if I was coming, mom would be like, Jacob, don't let him do that. And you would eventually get called off it. But there's no mediator for mom this time. No one can help her. She's stuck.
Why can't I have some fun too?
You can, but at least you can go dolphin. You can go 6-inch shorts. Get a spray tan, man. And also, you're going to offend the people of Greece.
Maybe they'll think I'm sick and they'll give me a lot of discounts.
I think they're going to think you're a ghost because you're going to look like you're floating. You're going to look like Casper. There's going to be nothing below your waist. Like
I am legit going 6-inch short, and maybe I'll get a spray tan.
You get a spray tan.
Okay,
I think it'll be better because also here's the thing: if you don't get a spray tan and then you don't apply suntan lotion and your whole leg gets burnt, you're gonna be upset.
Yeah,
big time upset. If those white legs see sun for that long, they're getting burnt. And if those legs get burnt for a 2-week trip in Greece, have fun sleeping.
I'm going to start walking around the neighborhood in shorts just to kind of warm people up for it. When I walk
send pics.
Indiana.
Send pics or it didn't happen.
I might.
You could walk. Those legs haven't seen sun in so long. You could walk him at night and the moon would sunburn you. I don't even think that's possible.
I wouldn't need a flashlight.
No, you'd be reflective. You know, people wear reflective vests. You just have reflective skin.
Yeah.
That's awful. Like
Indiana is not in nighttime walks. So as soon as the sun goes down, he's in his crate ready to go to sleep.
Oh, Milo gets the zoomies at midnight.
Nah, dude. He's not.
Dude, it's a bummer. You know how Milo usually just sleeps in whenever? Like if I slept until 1, Milo would sleep until 1.
Oh, dude.
Like Milo would sleep until 1 p.m. with me. It's awesome. But so now he stopped. For the first time ever in his life, he's on a regular eating schedule. Like he'll wake us up to eat now. And that has never happened.
It's pretty amazing.
Well, it's probably because he's not in so much pain with his teeth.
Yeah.
And so he gets up, he eats right when I drop the food now. It's fucking awesome. He wakes me up to go to the bathroom. It's pretty great. I'm happy for him.
Dude.
He's feeling good.
So, a long time ago, when we first got Indiana and we were living in LA, I got a little shit on my ear when I was picking him up, when I was walking him.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Did you get shit on your ear again?
On my nose. Right there.
How?
Mid walk.
How?
I guess my finger went through the bag.
Dude, here's the thing. You and I made that mistake when we had Rock. I made that mistake once. Guess what mistake I never made again? That one.
Yo, dude, you're mid walk. You have poop on your nose. It's like panic time.
So close to your eye?
Panic time. How are you going to get it off? It's still, dude, it was a rough.
How much longer on the walk did you have?
I probably had 40 minutes to get back to the house.
Did you walk 40 minutes back with shit on your face?
I wiped the shit off, but the smell was there.
Yeah,
I doused myself with water, but then you have poop water running down your face.
Yeah, that's not smart.
It was a real rough time. But I wanted to ask you about, you said you've been thinking about Rocky.
I've been thinking about Rock a lot. For those of you who don't know, before Indiana Jones, there was a young fella named Rocky. He was our first family dog.
Yeah,
I could say. I got him for my 10th birthday. It was still to this day, the best birthday gift I've ever gotten in my entire life.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
We had him for 10 years.
At that adoption?
At the adoption in Hancock Park.
Not Hancock Park. We were in the Valley.
Really? I feel, okay.
100% it was in Burbank.
Okay. Sure. Was it called Hancock Park?
No.
Okay.
It was in Burbank.
That part's super vivid for me, but okay, we'll figure something out.
The fact that it was Hancock Park?
The fact that name stands out for me.
Here's what's
I know
great.
There's a place called Hancock
There
Park.
is.
I know that.
Here's what's great about memory is that you probably legit have that memory. People can have actual memories that didn't happen. That we weren't in Hancock Park. But we were in Burbank.
Were we in a place called the Hancock Park?
We've been in a place at some point, but we were at a Burbank dog. Yeah.
That's what my brain does.
Okay. All good.
I was 10. And so we had Rock for 10 years. Unfortunately, he kind of just unexpectedly passed when you and I were in Boston. Also, I'm kind of anxious about that trip. I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
This. We were both not in town when Rock passed. Thank you to my mom and thank you to my best friend, Riley. Without Riley, I don't know what mom would have done.
Yep.
So shout out my boy. But on TikTok, like everyone's doing these things because it gets views because everybody fucking loves, but also people feel the need to share traumatic loss because I think it's part of the healing process.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you lose someone or lose a dog, which is still family, I feel like part of talking about it out loud is part of the healing process.
Yeah.
I did it with Rock. I've done it with done it with Jack. I've done it with anyone who's passed away in my life. I've posted something small about it or talked about it.
Yep.
Someone like close in my life, like kids I went to school with. Like there was a kid who was in my grade who OD'd last year, and it was a great kid, like a legitimate, super, super good kid. Everybody loved him, and it just was unexpected. I follow his brother on Instagram. And his brother posted it, and I was like, "Yo, fuck off." A lot of people post things about like their last couple of days with their dog or like their life with their dog or their dog unexpectedly passing. Like this, it's like 30 photos, but all the photos have a different story about it and what the dog is or from the dog talking like, and a lot of the last pictures are like, "Mom, please don't cry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just really tired. I didn't know I had lymphoma," or this and that. And I'm like, guys, stop. Like, and also, okay, there's a guy online. He had a pit bull named Chooch.
Yeah, Eddie and Chooch.
Chooch just died.
I know.
But the exact same thing that happened to him happened to us.
Yeah.
And so I've been reliving that because I love Eddie and Chooch. And so I've been keeping up, and like anytime something pops up, I send love because like it resonates with me so much because it's exactly what happened to me and you.
Yeah.
Except still to this day, you didn't get a goodbye.
I did not get a goodbye with Rocky.
So, because you had to fly somewhere else after that Boston trip.
I had to fly to New York.
Which was devastating.
Yeah.
At least it's devastating for me too. Like knowing, like I just don't know what his final moments were. Like, because Riley had gone home. We had fallen asleep when he had gotten onto the table for surgery.
Yeah.
And we were like, cool, we're going to bed. We're going to wake up and hope for the best. And we woke up to go catch our flight, and you had a voicemail.
Yeah.
And that voicemail was.
Yeah. You know what's crazy, dude?
To this day, one of the hardest things I've ever listened to.
Yeah. What's crazy is that when you get a pet, it's part of the family, but you go into the contract knowing that you're going to outlive that family member.
It's awful.
It's
a double-edged sword. It's so hard because it's like, look, you and I have the same dream. Iman and I have the same dream. I want to win $100 million, and I want to go buy land, and I want to buy a farm, and now I want to buy this 100 acres worth of land. I want to build property on it, and I want to hire people to keep the property, and I want to adopt 500 dogs.
Yeah,
and I just want to throw them on a farm. I want to train them, and then people who want to come adopt a dog can come to me and adopt a dog. And I want to run my own little adoption farm.
Yeah,
that's what
nice.
I want to do.
That's nice.
That's like a dream for me. Because adopting, getting an animal, everybody knows that love. But adopting a dog and watching them go from shivering in a kennel, not wanting to say hi to you, taking 3 hours to come in the house, to what a year later looks like, 5 years later looks like, 10 years later looks like, the love and the feeling of rescuing an animal that was betrayed by humans and now has to put all their trust in another human saving them. There's nothing like it.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That time when we got Indy and I put him in the back of the car and we were driving back and he was when he was asleep in the back of the car, he was like, oh, I'm safe.
Yeah.
Seeing an animal feel that way, it is a feeling I cannot describe.
You know,
I've been thinking a lot about Rock lately.
Dude,
I've had a couple cries.
I've had 3 dogs, Bud, Rocky, and Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And Bud was a St. Bernard. When we had to put Bud down, I had never been in the room. It was so brutal. And he was such a big dog that they were like, he's just going to hit him and he's just going to drop. He fought it.
He didn't want to go.
He kept pushing himself back up. And then I was just like, oh, that was fucking
how old was he?
Brutal. He was maybe 5.5, 6.
That's the thing is like with a dog like that, knowing what he had, at 5 or 6, he's like, nah, dude, I feel good. What are you doing? Don't get me out of here.
He had lived through, he had got hit in the head by a van and lived through it.
He's a goddamn unit, dog.
Dude,
that was my OG protector.
He got gunked by a van because when I was out of town, my roommate left the gate open. He ran in the street, got hit by a van.
Jesus.
They took him to the vet. My roommate called me. He was like, dude, I don't know if there's any way he can make it. I talked to the vet. The vet was like, he should be dead. He got hit in the head by a moving vehicle. But when he got hit, he was probably about 170 pounds. He was a big dude.
That's bigger than me.
He was a big dude. And so when he healed, that giant head he had, all the muscle on his head atrophied. So he looked like a Far Side character. He had this tiny
little head
and this giant body.
I love that.
But it changed his personality too. He went from this fun-loving St. Bernard to he was straight up, I don't know you, I don't like you.
He's probably really scared.
I don't know you, I don't like you. And he protected you. He protected Kate. He hated Trevor.
Because Trevor fucked with him.
Loved Uncle Jonathan. He tried to bite Scott Wolf in the nuts.
Love it. Hilarious.
Yeah, I remember that one time when we were moving out. Yeah, he would look at you and be like, nah. And kids ran up to him. This is when Beethoven, the movies were.
Oh.
They were like, Beethoven. I was like, no. Cujo, not Beethoven.
That's hilarious.
And there was one guy.
Cujo.
There was one guy. And so.
That's awesome.
His kid ran up and I go, oh. And I go, don't run up. And the guy was like, why not? I go, but he's not friendly. And he was like, come on, he's not friendly. And I go, no, he's not friendly. And as she started to run up, he started to growl. And I really had to hold him.
170-pound dog.
I really had to hold him. And the guy was like, he grabbed his daughter and he was like, well, I guess she shouldn't. I go, I told you. And he goes, yeah, but you didn't look worried. I go, yeah, well, I knew my dog could take your kid.
And you, dog.
I wasn't worried.
My dog will take both of you
Yeah,
at
but
the same time.
I
He'll
was
throw
like-
your kid at you.
Yeah, don't project what you want my dog to be. He's not. Yeah, once you get hit in the head.
Yeah.
But he, protected you. You're the only person he let get on his back.
Nice. Da, 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 da.
He fucking loved it. But when he wanted you off, dude, he would just straight up dump
Fuck me?
you.
Yeah.
He would dump. No, he would sit so you slid down.
Hilarious.
Yeah, he would
Good
dump
dog.
you. He didn't try to dump you, but he slid and dropped you.
Good dog.
Yeah, he was a good dude. He was
So, and for me though, also like this is where my anxiety builds up with the dog things, and we'll do this, and then we have to head out of here. This is why the Boston trip is making me anxious. Last time I was in Boston with you, my dog died.
November.
My
We're there, right?
Yep.
Okay.
My 12-year-old dog died.
Mm-hmm.
My dog is currently 12 and is, had a little bit of has epilepsy. He's got some dementia issues. So just going back into it, I know he's going to be fine.
Gonna be fine.
Everything's going to be fine. But just know I'm probably going to be a little anxious on that trip because it's just like where my brain's going to be.
Yeah.
Because the last time we were there, I was there with you for comedy when I was just like, you were touring and I just one of those bandwagons I jumped on. Rock died.
Yeah.
And so I am just like, I'm not mentally preparing myself because that's not going to happen, but it's definitely making me a little anxious.
I get it.
For sure.
I want to address something before we get out of here. Last week we talked a lot about the ICE and the immigration stuff. And I had a bunch of messages from people saying, we like it more when you don't talk about politics and I want to say, and you lost a fan talking about politics and all this stuff. And I want to say something, guys. Look, first of all, this isn't called a sports podcast. This isn't called this isn't a tell me stories about you in college podcast. This is two human beings sitting down and talking.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we're going to talk about silly stuff. And sometimes we're going to talk about things that are affecting us in our lives. And every time we're going to talk about things that we care about. And so that is not going to be pigeonholed into one thing. And I will say something about Jacob Wolf. And we are on the same side of this, by the way. Yeah. I know some of you are like, it's nice that, you let your son talk, even though you're on the other side of it. I don't want anybody to misconstrue where I am on this. I don't talk policy and politics because I'm a dude who thought it's important for 50% of the country to be represented every 4 years and then 50% to be represented every other 4 years. I think it's important that you don't disenfranchise millions and millions and millions of people. I think it's important that people every 4 years, every 8 years feel heard and feel like their point of view is getting put across. What's happening right now with immigration and the president coming out and talking about directly going into blue states to disrupt those cities. This is not politics to me. I've said it a million times, guys. I don't hate you because you think differently about where money should be spent. We may disagree, but that's what your dissent is supposed to be encouraged in this country.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to lock people up who don't think the way you think. You're not supposed to threaten them. That is bully shit. You're not supposed to go into certain cities because they don't agree with you and disrupt their way of life. That is bully shit. You're not supposed to treat people who have, if they're here illegally, are committing a misdemeanor like felons. Well, I think we all can agree. It'd be great for everybody to come in and get all the criminals out. There's zero people who are thinking that's not a good idea. I'm with you on the border. I think it should be tightened up for sure. But what is happening right now with masked people who don't have to identify themselves as officers? You saw that dude how dangerous that is. That dude in Minnesota was dressed like a cop. Well, if you don't got to identify yourself, if you're walking around doing things with impunity, if you're just arresting people, dude, that is police state shit. This is not normal politics, guys. This is not what, and when I know people are like, they were criminals, no. That's like treating somebody who jaywalked and throwing them to the ground and with guys with masks on and throwing them in a detention center and not telling anybody where they went. This is for me, this is not about politics. This is about who we want to be as a country. And for if you are like, you lost a fan because you talked about politics, dude, to me, you weren't a fan. If I'm only a fan because I'm only speaking about topics that you want me to speak about, then bye-bye. We're supposed to be able to listen to people with different ideas and different thoughts. But I want to tell you, dude, and you and I think differently about some things.
Yeah.
But we, at the end of the day, we both are pro people.
Yeah.
And empathetic. And I want to tell you, dude, when people have said to me, you know, I saw that you posted about protesting.
Hell yeah.
I want you to know, man, and this is what I think everybody should want from their kids, but I'm really proud of you, man. I want you to have the courage of your convictions. I may not agree, and I don't agree with everything you think or say.
No.
But I am proud of you, and I am proud to know that you have the courage of your convictions, that you stand up for other people, and you stand up for what you think is right. Since you were a kid, you always got in the middle between bullies and other people. You always, once you saw somebody getting picked on, you always walked over there. And I want you to know I'm super proud of you. I want you to continue to have a voice. There have been times on this podcast where I've discouraged you from talking about some things only because I didn't think you were coming with well-rounded facts.
Yep.
And I don't want you just to be out here spewing headlines or TikTok facts, as I call them. But the way human beings are being treated, and how there are millions of people who seem to be relishing in it because it's not happening to them, is really tough for me. The idea that we are just watching our politicians lie and inflame, just because people don't think the way you think doesn't make them radical.
Yeah. Okay.
And so all these things, all this rhetoric is going to end in more fire and brimstone here in this country. It's so funny. I saw something where somebody said, it's crazy. This administration is tougher on California than they are on Russia. And it was struck me, dude. And so this isn't politics to me, because I'm not talking about this administration's policies on things that I think are political. This is political theater. They want you to see their show of strength, which is bully shit, which is, I am 100% against. Bullies are cowards, and we get to treat people like people. The lack of empathy that we have in this country right now is frightening, guys. It's frightening. Mm-hmm. And so I want to let you know how proud I am of you, to have the courage of your convictions and keep speaking out on the things that you think are important.
I always will.
I know you will.
I always will. And a big shout out to my girlfriend as well, because she was out there with me. And
then the 1999.
Yeah. Yeah. So a big shout out to her as well, because she also is very educated and keeps me in the loop of a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
But that's it for us. And I'll end it on this. ComedianJoshWolf.com for tour dates and tickets. By the time you hear this, Louisville will be with you. We'll go there for tickets and tour dates. Josh Wolf Comedy on all platforms. It's Jake Wolf on TikTok, Jake_Wolf on Instagram. And just like last week and forever and always, do something nice for someone today. Tell someone you love them. Fuck Donald Trump and fuck ICE.
Whoa, later. Hey, if you like this podcast you just watched, you're going to love the one I'm popping up in your face right now. Check it out.